Ladies and gentlemen, if you want a life that works, a life that feels good to live, you must not leave your future to luck. You must design it. Because the greatest tragedy is not that people aim too high and miss, but that they aim too low and hit. Today, I want to share with you 7 rules, simple rules, that can transform a frustrated life into a fulfilled one. And if you're ready, let's begin. There comes a moment in every person's life when they must rise and declare, I am responsible. Not my boss, not my parents, not the government, not luck. Me. Because the moment you hand your power to circumstances, you become a victim of chance. But the moment you take it back, you step into the driver's seat of your own destiny. And that single shift, from blame to responsibility, can transform a life that barely survives into a life that thrives. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your life is a result of your choices, not your excuses. Imagine how powerful you would feel if every decision you made aligned with the future you want, not the comfort of the present you have outgrown. Too many people wait for a perfect time, a perfect opportunity, a perfect sign. But the truth is, there is no perfect time. There is only now. And the world does not reward hesitation. It rewards action, courage, initiative. You don't have to be the smartest or the strongest. You just have to be the one who says, I will start today. The day you accept that your results are a direct reflection of your efforts, that's the day everything changes. You cannot control the wind, but you can control your sails. Life isn't happening to you. Life is responding to you. If you send out indecision, life sends you confusion. If you send out determination, life sends you opportunity. Responsibility is not a burden, it's freedom. Because if you created your situation, you also have the power to recreate it. That is the beauty of being a human being. We can choose, adjust, reinvent. A tree cannot change its environment, but you can. If you don't like where you stand, move. You are not stuck. You are not finished. You are simply in transition from who you were to who you are meant to become. Some people wait for motivation before they act. They say, when I feel confident, then I'll try. But confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Action builds confidence. Confidence builds discipline. Discipline builds transformation. So make the decision, no more excuses. Excuses are lies disguised as reasons. They may protect your ego, but they destroy your potential. The world will never believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Don't shrink your life to fit your comfort zone. Expand your courage to match your dreams. Ask yourself, what would happen if you stopped telling the old story? The story of what didn't work, who hurt you, what you lost, and started telling the story of what you're building, who you're becoming, and where you're going. The answer is simple: your life would change. Because energy flows where commitment grows. When you take charge, you shift from wishing to working, from hoping to owning, from dreaming to achieving. That's when fate steps aside and your choices take the lead. So don't wait for the world to give you permission. The pen is in your hand. Write the life you deserve. If you want a life that pulls you forward instead of dragging you along, you must set a goal that wakes you up with excitement, not anxiety. A powerful goal is like a magnet. It pulls you through the challenge, through the discomfort, through the long nights where others are sleeping. The problem is, most people don't set goals based on their dreams. They set goals based on their limitations. They say, what can I afford? Instead of asking, what do I really want? But the moment you dare to dream bigger than your circumstances, life begins to open doors you didn't even know existed. You were not designed just to pay bills and walk the same path every day. You were designed to build something, become something, contribute something. A meaningful goal brings that design to life. Think about it. If your goals don't inspire you, they won't guide you. A weak goal creates weak effort. A strong goal creates strong action. When you have a dream that lights you up inside, discipline becomes easier, sacrifice becomes a privilege, and progress becomes addictive. You stop needing motivation because the vision itself becomes the fuel. Goals are not just about achievement, they are about direction. Without direction, you can have all the potential in the world and still end up nowhere. A ship without a destination doesn't need an engine. It just drifts. And too many people are drifting through life waiting for the wind to push them somewhere better. But drifting never leads to greatness. Steering does. Ask yourself, what future would make you excited to wake up? What result would make you proud to look back? If your answer doesn't scare you a little, it's too small. Growth lives outside the comfort zone. Your goals should stretch your mind, challenge your habits, and demand your evolution. They should make you think bigger, act faster, and believe deeper. And here's the secret: you don't set goals to get things. You set goals to become someone. The true reward of achieving a big goal is not the trophy you hold. It's the transformation that happens inside you along the journey. A powerful goal forces you to rise above your excuses, to outgrow your fears, and to become the person capable of the outcome you desire. Every day you delay your dream, you feed your doubt. Every step you take toward it, you strengthen your courage. So write the goal, speak at the goal, live the goal. Put it where you can see it daily, on your wall, on your phone, on your heart. Let it remind you that you're not chasing fantasies. You're creating your future. And when challenges come, because they will, look at your goal and tell yourself, this is why I started. This is where I'm going. Nothing will stop me. A clear goal is the beginning of every breakthrough. Aim high, dream bold. Let your future call you forward with a voice louder than your fears. If you want a life that pulls you forward instead of dragging you along, you must set a goal that wakes you up with excitement, not anxiety. A powerful goal is like a magnet. It pulls you through the challenge, through the discomfort, through the long nights where others are sleeping. The problem is, most people don't set goals based on their dreams. They set goals based on their limitations. They say, what can I afford? Instead of asking, what do I really want? But the moment you dare to dream bigger than your circumstances, life begins to open doors you didn't even know existed. You were not designed just to pay bills and walk the same path every day. You were designed to build something, become something, contribute something. A meaningful goal brings that design to life. Think about it. If your goals don't inspire you, they won't guide you. A weak goal creates weak effort. A strong goal creates strong action. When you have a dream that lights you up inside, discipline becomes easier, sacrifice becomes a privilege, and progress becomes addictive. You stop needing motivation because the vision itself becomes the fuel. Goals are not just about achievement, they are about direction. Without direction, you can have all the potential in the world and still end up nowhere. A ship without a destination doesn't need an engine. It just drifts. And too many people are drifting through life waiting for the wind to push them somewhere better. But drifting never leads to greatness. Steering does. Ask yourself, what future would make you excited to wake up? What result would make you proud to look back? If your answer doesn't scare you a little, it's too small. Growth lives outside the comfort zone. Your goals should stretch your mind, challenge your habits, and demand your evolution. They should make you think bigger, act faster, and believe deeper. And here's the secret: you don't set goals to get things. You set goals to become someone. The true reward of achieving a big goal is not the trophy you hold. It's the transformation that happens inside you along the journey. A powerful goal forces you to rise above your excuses, to outgrow your fears, and to become the person capable of the outcome you desire. Every day you delay your dream, you feed your doubt. Every step you take toward it, you strengthen your courage. So write the goal, speak the goal, think the goal, live the goal. Put it where you can see it daily, on your wall, on your phone, on your heart. Let it remind you that you're not chasing fantasies. You're creating your future. And when challenges come, because they will, look at your goal and tell yourself, this is why I started. This is where I'm going. Nothing will stop me. A clear goal is the beginning of every breakthrough. Aim high, dream bold. Let your future call you forward with a voice louder than your fears. There is a simple truth in life: wanting success is easy, but earning it requires discipline. Everyone wants the reward, but not everyone is willing to build the habits that success demands. Discipline is not a punishment. It is your greatest ally. It is the quiet force that turns ambition into achievement. Motivation may give you a spark, but discipline is the engine that keeps you moving long after the excitement fades. When distractions whisper, when comfort calls, when excuses sound convincing, discipline stands up and says, do it anyway. That is the voice that winners listen to. Every great success story isn't about the big moments. It's about the small, consistent choices made over and over again when no one is watching. The books you read, the hours you practice, the routines you follow, that's where destinies are built. You see, a single workout won't change your life, but a habit of showing up will. Studying for one night won't make you a master, but daily learning will. Excellence is not an act, it is a habit, and your habits are your future in disguise. People say they can't stay disciplined because they don't feel motivated. But motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes like the weather. Discipline is a decision, a contract you sign with yourself, a promise that your dreams matter enough to work on them, even when you're tired, even when you fail, even when progress seems invisible. The champions of life aren't the ones who move fast occasionally. They're the ones who keep moving steadily, consistently, relentlessly. Ask yourself this powerful question. What would happen if you simply stopped quitting on yourself? What would your life look like if you did what you said you would do every day? The results would shock you, because once you become a disciplined person, you become unstoppable. Your future becomes predictable, in the best way. You would no longer rely on luck. You would rely on your own commitment. Discipline also means sacrifice. Saying no to things that steal your time. Saying no to comfort when it slows your growth. Saying no to people and habits that keep you average. The price is not always easy, but the reward is freedom. Freedom to live on your terms. Freedom to walk confidently toward your goals. Freedom to one day look in the mirror and say, I built this life. I earned this success. So let every small action be a vote for the person you want to become. Wake up a little earlier. Stay a little longer. Work a little harder. Strive a little further. Because success is not about what you do occasionally. It's about what you do consistently. Discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you can be. And once you cross that bridge, you will never want to go back. Life has a beautiful way of rewarding those who continue to learn long after everyone else has stopped. Because the truth is simple, the moment you stop learning, you stop growing. And the moment you stop growing, life begins to feel small, routine, predictable. But when you commit to learning, when you decide that every day will make you smarter, wiser, and more capable than the day before, you activate a power that changes everything. Knowledge expands your options. Learning increases your value. Growth gives you a sense of progress, and progress is what makes a human being feel alive. We live in a world where information is everywhere, yet many people remain stuck because they refuse to stretch their minds. They repeat the same patterns, the same mistakes, the same conversations, expecting life to magically improve. But life doesn't improve by chance, it improves by change, and that change begins with new ideas. Every book you read, every skill you develop, every lesson you embrace has the potential to rewrite your future. Formal education may give you a foundation, but self-education builds the skyscraper of your success. Learn from books, learn from people, learn from experiences. But by all means, keep learning. There are two types of pain in life, the pain of discipline and the pain of regret. Learning requires effort, the effort of reading, listening, experimenting, failing. But regret is far heavier. Regret says, I could have done more. I could have become more. So choose the lighter pain, the pain that sharpens you, not the one that breaks you. Never let your past knowledge become a prison that limits your future. Yesterday's wisdom cannot solve tomorrow's challenges. Your mind must evolve as your dreams grow. Ask yourself, when was the last time you learned something that challenged you? Something that stretched your thinking. Something that made you uncomfortable because it was new. Growth only happens when comfort ends. The most successful people in the world read more than the average person, listen more than they speak, and think more than they complain. They understand that the marketplace doesn't reward effort alone. It rewards value, and value is built through learning. If you become more valuable, your opportunities expand. People pay for solutions, and the more you learn, the more problems you are able to solve. Here's a powerful hook to remember. If you want things to change for you, you must change for them. You can upgrade your phone every year, but when will you upgrade your mind? Your mind is the machine that produces every result in your life. Feed it with junk, and it creates chaos. Feed it with knowledge, and it creates success. Every lesson you learn adds another tool to your arsenal, another weapon for your journey, another reason you are destined to rise. So be a student of life. Read like your future depends on it. Listen like wisdom is your greatest treasure. Study success the way others study entertainment. Because the more you learn, the more you earn. Not only in income, but in confidence, in opportunity, in influence, and in the power to decide your own destiny. There is a powerful truth that many overlook. The people in your life are shaping your future more than you realize. You can have the strongest ambitions, the boldest goals, and the greatest potential. But if you surround yourself with doubt, negativity, and small-minded thinking, That environment will slowly shrink your dreams. Your circle is either lifting you up or dragging you down. You become like the people you spend the most time with, not because you consciously choose to copy them, but because energy is contagious, habits are contagious, and standards are contagious. If your environment doesn't support your growth, it will sabotage it. Imagine spending time with people who constantly complain. Before long, you will complain too. Spend time with people who avoid responsibility, and suddenly you'll find yourself making excuses you once promised you would never make. But surround yourself with driven, focused, growth-minded people, and everything about you starts to rise. Your vision becomes bigger. Your courage gets stronger. Your belief in your ability expands. When you walk with champions, life demands that you show up like one. A powerful hook to remember. You cannot fly with eagles if you insist on scratching the ground with chickens. Choosing the right associations is not about thinking you're better than anyone. It's about being better for yourself. It's about elevating your environment so that your future becomes inevitable, not improbable. Sometimes that means letting go of relationships that no longer align with the person you're becoming. It may hurt for a moment, but staying in the wrong circle hurts for a lifetime. You owe it to your dreams to choose wisely. Look at the people who inspire you, not just by what they say, but by how they live. Do they speak possibility? Do they chase excellence? Do they challenge you to stretch your potential? Those are the people who push you, encourage you, and remind you that settling is not an option. Iron sharpens iron, but wood dulls steel. Choose to be around people who sharpen your ambition and fuel your progress. Association is also about mentorship. Find someone whose results you admire and learn from their habits. Success leaves clues, and those clues are found in the daily behaviors of successful people. Study winners, listen to winners, think like winners, and soon the results of winners will start showing up in your life. Every great leader was once a great student. Every success story began with someone choosing to learn from those who had already walked the path. Protect your energy the same way you would protect your most valuable possession, because it is. The wrong influence can drain your confidence, but the right influence can multiply it. The wrong voices can make you quit, but the right voices can help you finish strong. Your environment is the silent architect of your future. So ask yourself right now, who in my life is helping me grow, and who is holding me down? Absolutely. Here is your expanded key point 6, 500 words, written in a professional Jim Rohn style motivational tone, no headings, no conclusion, with strong hooks and engaging flow. Time is the most expensive currency you will ever spend, because once it is gone forever. Money lost can be earned back, opportunities missed may return. But the minutes and hours slipping through your fingers, they never come again. That is why how you manage your time determines how you build your life. Some people say, I don't have time. But the truth is, everyone has the same 24 hours. What makes the difference is not the amount of time, but how you use it. The successful are not gifted more hours. They are simply better investors of the hours they have. Every day gives you a choice to waste your time or work your time. And time is clever. It reveals what you value. You can tell what a person cares about by looking at how they spend their hours, not how they spend their words. It's easy to say you want success, but what does your calendar say? Too many people are busy being busy, but not productive. They major in minor things. They spend time scrolling instead of growing, watching others win instead of preparing for their own victory. And then they wonder why their life feels stuck. Here's a hook worth remembering. If you do not run your day will run you right into average. You must design your time like a professional, with intention, with clarity, with purpose. Identify what truly moves the needle in your life and protect that time like your dream depends on it. Because it does. The most valuable work in your life will rarely scream for attention. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It whispers. Read that book? Practice that skill. Work on that idea. But distractions shout louder. They demand attention now, and they steal the future silently. Trade pointless entertainment for personal elevation. Trade comfort for progress. Trade instant pleasure for long-term pride. Time management is not just about scheduling tasks. It's about setting boundaries, saying no to what drains you so you can say yes to what grows you. Some invitations are not opportunities, they are detours. Some people are not supportive, they are distractions. And some habits are not relaxing, they are robbing you. Protect your hours with discipline and you will find that success becomes predictable. Ask yourself every morning, what small actions today will push me closer to the life I want? Then do those actions first. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Prioritize the moment you have. Your future self is watching the choices you make right now. Will they thank you or blame you? The answer is being written minute by minute. So start valuing time like the precious treasure it is. Because the difference between a wasted life and a legendary one is simply how each day was spent. Your time is proof that you were given a chance. Don't squander it. Make every day a step forward, every hour a brick in your foundation, and every decision a signal that you are building a future you can't wait to live.